Glad he's gone. Steve here at West Green, and I'm back. This is going to be part 3 of building the Connoisseur locomotive kit of the 040. It's based on a poly loco that Triang made, only it's O gauge and in brass. Me clock, what's the time? Time for a cup of tea. Anyway, I think it's 2 o'clock, or is it 3? I don't know. Anyway, let's get that out of the way. It's 3 o'clock. Polly, put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. Oh dear. Anyway, so far I've got this, and I'm using the instructions. I say if you want to follow this, then go to the Connoisseur site. The link is in the description below this video, like sort of, you know, down there. And I've put the link to Connoisseur models. You can actually, the great thing about Connoisseur models, you can download all the instructions before you get the kit. You can download this, so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm up to page 9, and I've got all the parts I'm going to fit, so I'll show you. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So the part I'm going to fit, I haven't built the chassis yet. It tells you to build this. You're going to build this, but you're not going to put the boiler in, so you can solder the motor in the right position. So what I've got is the front spectacle plate with the 2 inserts. I'll show you how to do that. I've actually put them in on the back, and I'll show you how I did that. So there's that goes in. There's the bunker front, that goes in. The floor, these are white metal, that goes in. The reverser, the rear of the bunker, that's got to be bent to that shape, and that's handed because there are marks there on the outside where the lamp brackets go. So there's that. There's the coal rail. What else? There's the, that's not part of it. That's just a piece of scrap brass I'm using. These are the tank insides and the top. They go in there. These lugs fold out and the boiler sits on that. So that's there. And then there's the cab roof, which I've got to bend. Again, I'll do that. So these are what I'm going to be doing in this part 3. Here is the boiler. I've got to solder a few things on there, like formers, front and aft, and the boiler bands. And then that will be loosely fitted, but not fitted, because that's when I'll work on the chassis. So I want to get that this far in the video, in part 3. So I hope you enjoy it as much as fun I have making them. And Manavanani and Sivara Supermanium, he loves it too. I had to get rid of Len. Len's gone. Back to Queensland. Well, I'm back to this loco. I haven't done it for a few days. My thing's on. So I'm going to fit a few parts tonight. But what I have done, I soldered on this white metal bunker front. I've just soldered that using, I've tinned the brass and then used a low melt solder to do that. That's number 70. I've also got a spectacle plate front and put on the little spectacle plate surrounds there. These were being soldered on, so we just fluxed up and ran solder around it and cleaned it all up. So that's done. I've punched out the rivets too. I've got a little rivet press, which makes the job easier. But what I've got to do is put in this. The next job is to put in this cab floor. This is according to Uncle Jim's instructions, but also I've got to, before I do that, I've got to put in the reversing lever, which goes in that hole there. So I'm going to solder that using a low melt solder. I'm going to do that now. Okay, so what I've done, my reverser, I put some flux on the bottom, and you can see I've daubed some solder on. That's white metal, low melt 70. I've got my iron turned down to about 210, maybe a bit hot. But what I don't want to do is have it too hot, but the iron just melts the white metal castings, because it will do. So I've fluxed up here. I'm going to put that in the hole, and I just have to put this down. The other good thing about this steel plate for the RSU, I've got these what do I call them? Rare earth magnets, so I can hold this in place. I'll get this in the right place and see if I can solder it on. Okay, so I put it through the hole. I've got some flux on it and some white metal solder, and just let it flow along. That's all I've done, and that's in. It's all straight. So that's good. The next thing I'm going to do is put the floor in. So I'm going to use white metal solder, but I'm going to tin. I've got so it takes to this. I'm just going to tin. Let's have a look. Sorry, where's my pointer? I'm going to put some tinning there. Oh, sorry. I'm going to put some tinning there and tinning there. And with a bit of heat, it should stick to it. That's the plan. Okay, I've got the flooring and the back head. That's been white metal soldered to the floor. What I did was I tinned the inside. I'll show you. I tinned inside, then put white metal solder on, loads of flux, and then put an iron on and pushed the floor down. So that's the front spectacle plate. The spectacle plate rings been put in, and now I'm going to put this in the front here. So here's my resistance soldering iron. This is a carbon rod. Passes a very low voltage but high current through it. Consequently, the tip will glow. And it's not on, like I can turn it on. And because there's no current flowing, it's not hot. Current only flows when you've got a circuit. Like if I put it on there, that would go. But so I've got my body of this on this steel earthing plate, and that is a rare earth magnet. And God, are they powerful! They fly out your hand. So what I'm going to do now, using this solder paste, I'm going to put solder paste on. Just a bit. I've already tack soldered this, so now I can do it one-handed. Let's have a look. Can you hear the 50 hertz hum? Sounds like an American prison where they're frying somebody. I've got to say, this iron is just, I'm thinking, what an idiot, why didn't I buy one years ago? Just making a joint is so much easier than using a normal iron. It just is. I love it. Anyway, that's not an advertisement for anything, but I'm just telling you, I just find it's making so much easier making a loco, less cleaning up. And that's got to be a bonus as far as I'm concerned. Okay, the next thing to fit is a bunker back. As you can see, it's a flare. There's also two lugs where it fits in the bottom. Here's the bunker back. Now, I bent that over a drill shank and just with my finger and thumb and just kept offering it up until it was correct. There's the two lugs, but also notice there's a right and wrong. You can do it the wrong way, because on here, and it points it out in the instructions, see, sorry, can you see those marks there? They're for the lamp irons, so you want those on the outside, so the flare's going to come this way. You don't want that side pointing out, so you're going to do it the right way. So I'm going to fit this in now, offer it up, it should fit. So it's tack soldered at the top, that's pretty good, it's all level. I'll have to run a fillet of solder down there, and also there's a gap at the bottom which is expected. Jim says to fill that. It's better to get it level at the top and do the gap at the bottom, so that's what I'm going to do. So the bunker back is fixed. I tack soldered it at the top. I soldered down the outside and cleaned it all off. There was a gap here, so I ran a fillet of solder and cleaned it all off, so that looks pretty good. Oh, what's that? Vic bitter. I'm gonna have it in a minute. This is the coal rail. Is it better? And I've soldered it up as half edge lines and just run some 60-40 in it. So I'm going to fit that now. Oh. There you go. Well, Mr. Siva Subramaniam is feeling much better after a good night's sleep. What is happening? I'm a Gemini. Well, shake it out of you, Mr. Siva Subramaniam. Oh. Jeez, I'm glad he's gone. Steve here again. Remember that film, Drop Dead Fred, where she had an imaginary friend? Siva Subramaniam, he's my imaginary friend. Anyway, you got to laugh, because this, you know, all this Connoisseur virus from Ireland, that's getting to me, you know. I'm over the COVID. Got to laugh. So far, so good. I really like my soldering in this one, and this RSU, resistance soldering unit, makes such a big difference. So what I'm about to do, I've got the cab roof somewhere. Where did I put it? I've been starting to bend that up just to form it, and then these tank sides, the tank sides go in. Sorry, there they are. In the tank sides, that's the side, and then it's got to fold down top, so to form a box. But this is only a light loco, so what I'm going to do is, I've got some of these, hang on, no, it's not a bloody Malteser, is it? It's a lead ball. If I just crunch them down, if I put lead in there and put some goo, you know, like epoxy resin, or I could get some lead sheet, but I haven't got any, that would just put a bit of weight in the boiler, and because you want traction. But what I'm going to show you now, and this is going to be the end of this video, thank God for that, is I've bent these little tabs up. The boiler sits on those tabs, so I'm just going to solder a fillet on the inside. So here we go. This is my grounding plate. You've got to do it on there, because if you do it on there, you haven't got a circuit. You need a circuit. So what I do is I'm going to put these rare earth magnets. So that just holds it down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some bit of solder paste, solder paste, solder paste. Here we go. That's set to 2. That'll give me about 2 volts roughly. I have measured it. That's all right. This is just electronic solder paste. That means I don't have to flux it up. Sounds like they're electrocuting someone in America when I turn it on, doesn't it? Only this is 50 hertz, I use 60 over there. Perfect. There you go. All done. Oh, well, this is the end of whatever part I started in. This is the end of it. Please leave comments. I hope you find this video helpful. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like and all that sort of stuff, and click the bell icon. And I don't want money. Just send me a bottle of Shiraz, beer, single malt whiskey, old Super Romanium. My goodness gracious me, I am liking the Scotch whiskey. I'll be back with another part, alright? Don't go away.